Hey friends, I'm back. It's been a busy 5 days, or 6 days since I last updated. The perspective is kind of crooked here because Catherine is gluing her shoes underneath the table posts, but I kind of like it. It's like a Dutch angle. Right now we're listening to Eddie Hazel, Game Dames, Guitar Things. This is Warner Brothers, 77. I love this art. And Eddie Hazel can play the guitar, y'all. I've had a pretty good haul that I want to show off. It's all from record stores. It's got some records I've been looking for a really long time. I've been really broke, and that's also why I've been busy. I'm just, when I get broke, I get into hustle mode and I play everywhere and do anything I can to make money. And so most of these were bought on trades because I'm currently going through. You'll see a little stack here, and this stuff's covered up back here. But I've just basically been going through, and a lot of the stuff that I bought early, I have access to a VPI machine, so I've been cleaning it. And first of all, if it turns out good, that's nice. It brings new life into a album that I already had, and I can listen to it. And it's sort of a substitute for buying a new record. And if it's not in good shape, it's typically like a pretty, it's like a classic album or what have you. So if it doesn't really work, I just trade it in. And if the shop owner wants like a slightly beat up copy of, Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul, then, and he wants to sell it for a couple bucks or more than a couple bucks, I get credit. They get, a good album on their stacks, even if it's slightly beat up. Anyway, all that to say, I got some store credit that I used to great effect this week, and I hope everybody's gonna have good holidays. I'm personally excited about the holidays. My stepdad's got a great 45 collection that once everybody goes to bed, I like to just put on some headphones, listen to his 45s. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first one is actually my friend picked this up for me when he was out shopping yesterday. Ziggy Stardust. This is just a $3 copy. I don't know much about the pressings of Ziggy Stardust, but basically I had a conversation with him that went along the lines of, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I've got 700 records. I don't have a copy of Ziggy Stardust. So I've been looking for one, but if you go on eBay, it's everybody and their mother's trying to sell one because it's such a notorious album. And so I don't know who to trust. And anyway, so he was nice enough to pick this up for me. What a cool dude! It's got some pops and crackles. It's a $3 copy. It'll hold me over. I listened to it today, and once the music's on, you really can't hear the noise. Picked up a reissue of Power, Corruption, and Lies, 83, Factory Records by New Order. This is not actually the factory issue. This is a Rhino repress, and it sounds really good. I always thought reissues were safe bets, and I shouldn't have ever started reading on the internet, because now anytime I hear about a reissue, I look it up and I hear all these people talking about bad masters and bad reissues and all that stuff, and I'm just like, dang it. I thought it was fine. They sounded good to me, and now they put this in my head. Anyway, this sounds good to me. I've heard that their CD reissues of this were not so hot, but this is the label. Pretty cool. It's 180 gram, so it's pretty heavy, and I don't know, it sounds good. Age of Consent, it's just a banger on here. It just really, really kicks it on vinyl. So I'm very excited to have this. Next is, I already showed that one. This is this is the first record I've ever heard by these guys. Art Ensemble of Chicago. Nice guys. I really like the Ilford HP5 photography major. Nice contact sheet close up. This is a promo copy, and this is really cool. I've heard a lot about these guys. This is 1979 ECM. But most of the things I've heard about these guys is they were just kind of noise for noise sake and super free jazz, and this actually sounds, this might be a little bit more accessible release for them. This is not hard to listen to at all, and the percussion is really awesome and kind of what sold me. The percussion on here is just really, really great. So this was a nice find. Like I said, it's a blind buy, but I listened to it a little bit in the store. Was really, really excited about it. Interested to check out more of these guys. If you're into these guys and you know this album, and tell me where I should go next, and I will follow. This is good. This album I have been looking for 5 years. It's one of those things I only started buying on eBay in like the last, I don't know, year. So I just had like a aversion to it, and I didn't want to spend the money. So my tastes they've been a little bit different since like 5 years ago. So I've been buying different stuff, and I haven't really looked for this album, but I've looked for it in every single store I've been to. I'm so glad to find Duke Ellington and his orchestras, and his mother called him Bill. This is Billy Strayhorn's compositions is played by Duke Ellington after his death. It's 1968 RCA. Beautiful shape. Great liner notes. This is a eulogy on the back Duke Ellington wrote for Billy Strayhorn, and of course on the RCA Victor. This is clean copy. I came into one of the stores that I help out at, and my boss had a giant stack of jazz records in 3 different piles. He had a pile for $3, pile for $2, pile for $1. That's what he was going to pay the guy who brought in those particular jazz records. And he's like, "Hey man, just look at these piles. Tell me if you think it's a fair price." Blah 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 blah. And I thought it was a fair price. And this was like in one of the piles, and I kind of like flipped through it, and I tried not to freak out about it until after he bought it, because I didn't know if I was going to see it again. Anyway, so he made him the offer on the total amount, and after that I was like, "Look dude, you got to hook me up with this right here. I'll pay you a little bit more than what you paid. Don't look on eBay." I don't know what this costs on eBay, but caught him before. He was able to mark up the price too much, so I only got it for a few bucks, and it's just a fucking gorgeous album, especially Lotus Blossom. This last track. On the CD version, there's a solo version, which is, I think the solo version is what's on here. On the CD version, there's a trio version where saxophone, the bass, and the piano all take turns with the melody. But I personally like the solo piano. I told myself at one point that'd be like the one song I learned on piano. I haven't done it yet. This is another one that I've been looking for forever. And keep in mind, I got all these for cheap, really really cheap. This is Otis Blue, Otis Redding Sings Soul, Volt Records. Great condition, VG Plus. It has a couple of scuffs. It's awesome. And this is, that same shop I was talking about, I gave him the heads up about this guy selling these Otis Redding records, and he got a deal on them, basically on Otis Redding's entire discography. And he's already sold pretty much everything else in the store. And so he finally decided to put this out, and I was like, "Hey man, I hooked you up. How about a finder's fee on this?" So you can tell I like to hustle a little bit. So this is just a perfect album, perfect soul album, 60s soul, like the first, important LP, full-length album of soul music, and every song is amazing. Old Man Trouble, Respect, Change Gonna Come, Down in the Valley, Been Loving You Too Long, Shake, My Girl, Wonderful World, Rock Me Baby, Satisfaction, and You Don't Miss Your Water. Like every single song on this is amazing. This is a kind of a grail for me. I don't know how some people use the term grail. I don't know if they mean like really elusive and expensive. I've never seen this in a store in my 5 years of looking. I saw it once, and it was like beat to crap. This is a beautiful copy. I will listen to this until the day that I die. And super stoked on that, y'all. Game Theory is my next record. Right here, Game Theory. This band is Jingle Pop. This is their first record, Real Nighttime. It's from 1985, Rational Records. And this is actually, it's interesting to me because this band is not, I don't get it quite yet. You know, I love this style of music. I love the bands that they've influenced or their peers, you know, in the Paisley Underground that I've talked about before and stuff like that. But I've just, like, I listen to it and nothing sticks. I don't remember anything. I now have this album and I have their next two. I have Lolita Nation and Big Shot Chronicles. But I know that online and on eBay, they usually sell in the double digits. And I was able to find, this one was like $4. The other two were like $5, $4. And so I found them because I know they're hard to find. And I was like, maybe one day I'll get it and I'll be happy that I picked these up. And I mean, because there's so much in this that I like, and maybe I haven't spent enough time with it. I mean, Mitch Easter produced it. He's like, anything he produced, I think, is gold, pretty much. Even though some of it can get kind of cheesy. But anyway, Game Theory's Real Nighttime. I've got it if I ever need it. Heat Wave, Too Hot to Handle, featuring the classic Boogie Nights. I think everybody liked Always and Forever too, which is Too Hot to Handle is a good song. This is great. This is Rod Temperton, boogie songwriter. This is disco stuff. This is 1977 CBS. So this is a second issue because I think it was originally on another label. But this is a party like front to back. It's unbelievable. It's just so stacked on that cover. I like the back. It says, in fact, if you take too long reading these liner notes, the album will begin to smoke in your fingers. And this was an album meant to smoke on your turntable, not in your hands. It's very true. Very true for the Heat Wave. This is the last one. It's another blind buy. Actually, I didn't listen to this at all. I'd read about this band a little bit and have actually, I've sold some of their records online for people and stuff. Some of their later career stuff, but Side Effects, What You Need is 1976 Fantasy. And I put this on when I got home last night, made my dinner, and holy shit, this is funky. This is so funky and awesome. And Heat Wave is good. Heat Wave is good and funky. This is a whole different thing. These the four of these, they all split lead vocal duties, but it really shines when they're all four singing at the same time. Their harmonies are really nice. The horns are great. The production on this album is great. It's a Fantasy Records issue. Original inner sleeve. This is really inexpensive. And What You Need, Side Effect. This is just a jam. It's funny, they have this song Honky Tonk Scat. It's funky, funky, funky. There's Keep That Same Old Feeling, I think, is a cover. I can't remember what it's a cover of. The Crusaders, maybe? Keep That Same Old Feeling is a really good song. If you want to check one out, I'd say check out Keep That Same Old Feeling. But I recommend this for anybody who's into funk like I am. This is really good. It was total surprise. So that's it for my hauls. I kind of just went with it today. I will see you guys probably probably after Thanksgiving, but I might get a wild hair here and make another indie vinyl video. Either way, be well. Thank you.